Hey, it's Kyle here, and currently on Project Nerdy we are talking about 90s Nickelodeon television, and that's something I'm really not qualified to talk about. And you may ask, Kyle, why is that the case? Well, I grew up on a farm in a rural part of Georgia, about hour and a half north of Atlanta. And when I was a kid, cable TV didn't come into that region, so you only could get cable stations if you had a satellite dish. And when I was a kid, you only had those real big, supersized satellite dishes, the top. So you still see every once in a while in somebody's yard that my dad just thought looked awful. So he refused to get one of those. So it wasn't until they came out with the smaller satellite dishes, the kinds that now that everybody has, and the prices came down to become affordable. Before my dad finally got one of those. So it wasn't until I was like a sophomore or junior in high school that I actually got to watch cable television. So I kind of really missed 90s Nickelodeon television. By the time I got it, which would have been in the late 90s, I was a little too old for it, and I didn't have the nostalgia for those shows because I'd never seen them. So instead I thought I'd tell you a little bit about what it was like growing up with no cable television. So for most of my life, the stations I had was ABC, CBS, NBC, PBS, and then TBS, the Superstation. Didn't have Fox until I was probably around middle school, and then the TV stations in Atlanta flipped. CBS and Fox flipped affiliates, so then I could watch Fox, but I lost CBS. So I missed like the first 6 or 7 seasons of The Simpsons before I got to watch that. For example, when my sister was a kid, one thing she hated, we didn't get Fox, so she didn't get to watch Beverly Hills 90210, which was the big show with all her friends and stuff. So it was really interesting. So the main channel I ended up and watched a lot when I was a kid was TBS, because they showed a lot of old shows on reruns. A lot of great shows that you could watch all the time. So stuff like The Cosby Show, Andy Griffin Show. Watched a ton of Saved by the Bell on TBS. For me, I guess the way a lot of people described Nickelodeon on the previous videos on the channel, I think would be the way I kind of look back on shows like Saved by the Bell. And it certainly has a connection to me. So it definitely is a different life growing up without cable television. In fact, that's one reason why I became such a big reader, because there wasn't a whole lot on TV and you had to look for other stuff to do. So that's a little look back on what my childhood in television was like. My nerdy pleasure is a movie I literally just saw like 20 minutes ago. I'm filming this once I got home from the theater. I just saw Interstellar. It is a mind-blowing movie. Really liked it. Don't have full thoughts about the movie yet, because if you've seen it, it's unique. So I still need time to digest it and figure out all my viewpoints on it. But my gut reaction is it's great, and I strongly encourage you to see it. My question of yours is, I have two. Have you seen Interstellar yet? Let me know. And then did you watch Saved by the Bell? And if you did, who was your favorite character? Look forward to seeing your responses, and see you next time.